Welcome, everyone. My name is Vandana Atara Ora, and I'm the creator of Vandana Light Healing and Accelerated Light Healing. Welcome to today's Yusui Shiki Reiki Ryoho Level 2 Certification Program Introduction. I'm very honored that you've come to play today with me on Earth and in the stars. This intro session, orientation session, is really going to help to give you a much clearer, better idea about what you can expect in our upcoming Reiki Level 2 program. For many of you who are on the call, I believe that we're connected to Facebook Live and that we're live streaming on YouTube as well. I do have my lovely assistant who will be monitoring the chat rooms. And also, if you have a question, there is a chat box here on Zoom as well. So let's get started, shall we? I just want to go over a little bit about the upcoming training program that I'm super excited to be facilitating. It'll be later this month and just a few weeks from now. So if you're a Reiki Level 1 practitioner from any lineage or tradition, whether it's Yusui, whether it's Okuden, or whether it's some other type of Reiki training program, you're definitely welcome and invited to attend. So the beauty of this timeline is that everything is pretty much virtually, we're connected virtually. Which is wonderful because with this Zoom technology, right, I'm able to really help and support a lot more people all over the world, rather than just, being here locally in the New York City area on the East Coast and really just having a limited amount of people that I could invite to my Reiki classes and programs in person. So there's always a gift in everything, right? Even the things that you have given up on or think are just a terrible disaster. There's always kind of like that light behind the clouds, right? The sun behind the silver lining or something like that. Ronald, go ahead and scroll down a little bit. I just want to let everybody know what they can expect a little bit. Then I'm going to actually facilitate a traditional, authentic Japanese Eastern meditation, actually 2 of them. I'll be introducing you to your 3-diamond center. So we'll do a little self-healing just to give you a taste of this nectar, this elixir of compassionate or self-compassion, self-healing, self-care. So you could locate where your energy centers are, how you can scan them, how you can align them on a daily basis, right? How you can come back to your center, how you can remain grounded in the face of the unpredictable changes that are happening more and more rapidly, that are preparing us for an ascension timeline where, everything is kind of like where we want it to be. But for right now, everything seems like a little unpredictable and chaotic, and like there's this big pot that's being stirred up, and all of the sediment that's that fell to the bottom is being brought up again, to heal, to release and transform. So so Reiki Level 2 is called Okuden. That is the Japanese name for the hidden inner teachings. The first level that many of you have attended, I'm just looking at the screen here, some of you have, some of you haven't, was offered online a few months ago, and that was called Shoden. Shoden is also known as the first teachings. Now, my programs, as you probably know, are geared to really focus on supporting caregivers, empaths, people, highly sensitive people who identify as star seeds. And so these programs in this course will actually give you all of the tools, right, to add into your existing self-care medicine kit that you can call upon when unexpected change happens that throw you off your center, that make you feel wobbly, uncentered, ungrounded, or imbalanced. And that's what Reiki is all about. So I'm happy to help you to remember how to practice these holistic, ancient, natural healing tools and techniques that are such a great complement to the Western healthcare system. It's not meant as a substitute or instead of traditional medical treatments, but it is a wonderful supplement or a complement. And as you probably know by now, Reiki has been in the West, probably became very popular in the 70s by a Reiki teacher originally from Japan who moved to, who was brought up in Hawaii and came here, where actually I think she was in the West Coast in the United States, probably in the 70s. And that's when she really first brought these teachings here. And so we're very grateful for Mrs. Takata. But this is all about stress reduction, how to empower yourself with these really easy to learn and practice protocols to help you meditate, to help you calm, regulate, and reset your own nervous system. So you don't have to rely on people and also drug-related treatments, prescription drugs that might have toxic side effects. So these are all, these techniques go back hundreds, if not thousands of years. And they even say that the first Reiki practitioner, Reiki master was Yeshua and Mary. So this is about really touching yourself, really holding that space for yourself, really returning back to the wisdom of your cellular consciousness, your muscle memories, everything, all the prescriptions are inside of us. And what we're doing is we're relearning or unlearning the traditional, the traditional system of codependency, meaning like caring, seeking help or feeling like there's something wrong or that we're broken and that we need to be rescued or saved, and that we stopped sort of listening, actively listening deeply to the wisdom of our own bodies. And we know that our healing bodies, so we have many bodies, already we come in hardwired with this intelligence. That what we're doing with Reiki, what you're kind of practicing and remembering again is how to turn on your natural, your body's natural healing immune response, to lower your stress, your cortisol levels, that's the sympathetic nervous system, but to activate the parasympathetic nervous system to get out of fight and flight, fight, fear, flight, freeze, and into a natural state of well-being, which is about resting, relaxing, digesting, processing, and integrating all of this, all of these rapid changes that are just creating distractions all around us. So it's about coming back home, right, to our own light body vehicle. And feeling comfortable and confident and trusting our intuition. So Reiki 1 was about self-care, how to prevent burnout, how to get your energy back, how to recognize what is your energy, what belongs to you basically, and what doesn't belong to you. How to clear your energy channels with these traditional Reiki techniques called dry bathing and also Byosen scanning, to really scan your energy to see where, to really recognize instantly where there might be not only the root of your pain, the core of your illness, but also to scan your own body with your own hands for any type of energetic imbalance. And so that's what we basically covered: how to clear your channels, how to strengthen your connection to your higher self, to your I am presence, to your Reiki guides and guardians, and to the entire universe, how to recognize your own great bright light, how to cleanse your own energy field, your own aura, all the bodies that surround your physical skin with your etheric skin. So all of those techniques, those processes were all covered in Reiki Level 1. And that is really, Reiki Level 1 is still available on our website, in the store. The recordings are all very valuable, and anyone can participate and take that online and take it at home, really like at your own pace. But Reiki 2 is really what I'm here to talk to you about today. And this is kind of like a continuation of Reiki Level 1. And like I said, the only prerequisite or requirement to joining me for Reiki Level 2, which is coming up soon, is really Reiki Level 1. And it doesn't have had to be with me. It could be with any qualified Reiki master teacher. So Reiki Level 2 is about enhancing, developing your spiritual gifts, helping you with your own like psychic development, your skills, how to become more resilient, more emotionally intelligent, and definitely how to practice spiritual discernment. So you could recognize what you're here to do, what's true for you. Also to help you find your voice to express and manifest your soul purpose. So having a successful Reiki healing practice is not the only reason why people are attracted to taking Reiki Level 2, but it is definitely a benefit, because we're here to, as one of the 144,000 light transmitters, or you can call us light workers, guides, mentors, heart awakeners. We're here to really support as many people on the planet to feel better, to function at their best, to resolve unaddressed, undigested trauma from childhood, but also to help people quickly recover with Accelerated Light Reiki. And so really feel balanced, centered, grounded, clear, and aware of their gifts, and really develop them even further. So becoming a channel or a guide for this cosmic light energy to help the world suffer less is really why we're gathering together for the next level of Reiki, to help you to sort of update your skills, your gifts, your natural healing abilities to the next level, to help you evolve and ascend along with Gaia, along with the planet. So this training course is really meant for everyone, because we're all born with healing hands. So in Reiki 2, let's go to the next process. Actually, we'll come back to this toward the end of the call. I really want to help everyone to feel and sample a taste of oneness. And so we know in traditional Usui Shiki Ryoho Reiki that Usui Sensei, also known as Usui Mikao in Japan, or we call him here in the United States, Mikao Usui. But we know that his original intention was to help people find their own light, so that we can give people hope and inspiration, right? To remember that everyone is this shining, great, bright light, that we all are born with this mastery. And it's just a question of rediscovering where it is, where it's located. So we can we're not only, you know, working on self-healing and self-development, but we're also sharing these gifts, our gifts, by volunteering to being of service, so all beings suffer less, right? And embody the state of joy, contentment, peace, compassion, understanding, and happiness. So it's about that mind-body reconnection. So what we're doing is we're just opening the door for you to discover, for you to rediscover that. So we know in Reiki, in every tradition of Reiki that has ever been taught, Karuna, Yasui, Jinkiden, Holy Fire Reiki, we know there are probably hundreds of types of Reiki out there, Tibetan, Golden Light Reiki, Red Reiki, I mean, you name it. There, you know, it's all good, but it's really important to have that strong baseline, that heart line, that lifeline, and have a very strong foundation, right? Just like our root chakra, if there's a weakness or an imbalance in our root chakra, that everything above it, it doesn't really function at its best. So same thing, we want to come back to the roots of Reiki, right? And this is going to help you to really have like this strong understanding, this deep understanding of what Reiki originally was all about. It wasn't about relying or depending on outside sources or even symbols. You know, symbols came later. But Usui Sensei started out by attuning people with these Reiju initiations, where he would just sit opposite someone on a floor or on a cushion and gaze into the eyes and send Reiki through the eyes in these silent transmissions or initiations. And that was the attunement. No words were necessary. In traditional Reiki, they say there is no giver or receiver. There's no good energy or bad energy. There's just neutrality, right? There's just energy. And energy can get stuck in the body, in the mind, in the heart, and in the hara. So the idea behind Reiki really is also to reflect, to contemplate, to meditate on your own three jewels. Like they say in Buddhism, there are three jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, the teachings, and the Sangha, your community. In this case, we're going to open and plug in to anywhere that we've disconnected from source, from our higher self, our I am presence, and also from our three energy centers, right? That maintain a sense of wellness, harmony, and balance. So let's begin. I just want to thank everyone for being here. Please go ahead and chat in your questions. If you have any questions, I just want to take a quick look at the chat box before we begin this meditation. Wonderful. And Ronald, is there anybody on Facebook Live or on YouTube that might have any questions? If so, just let me know in the chat box here. But I just want to welcome some of my old friends and students, clients, listeners who have really really stuck around, and I just want to thank your loyalty, for all these years. I mean, we've been around since the end of 2012, and there have been a lot of upgrades, a lot of updates, a lot of changes in accelerated light healing, what it looks like, what it feels like. So, and for the new people who have taken Reiki Level 1, and thank you so much for signing on. I hope I see you in a couple of weeks. So let's begin, shall we? Okay, so rub your hands together. We're just going to breathe mindfully right now. So just warm them up and just rest them right now on your lap or on your legs. And find a comfortable position just by rocking back and forth a few times in your chair. And this also kind of calms and soothes the nervous system. From side to side now, just allow your body to move your neck to unlock, releasing any tension in your back and your neck, your spine, your shoulders, and really dropping your shoulders really far away from your ears. Let's begin by a little mindful breathing. Many of you don't know that I've recently started following the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh and mindfulness. They call him Thay, which means teacher, or Tay. And we know that Reiki and Buddhism go hand in hand, that they actually emanate from the same roots. So there are a lot of similarities between Reiki and Buddhism. We also know that Usui Sensei was also a Buddhist monk, though he was an at-home Buddhist monk, so he didn't really officially belong to a temple. But we know that he brought in a lot of the teachings of right mind, right view, right speech, etc. A lot of the same principles of compassion, wisdom, and understanding. That all starts with us. So let's breathe mindfully by just closing your eyes. I invite you, you don't have to, you can keep your eyes open. Close them halfway and gaze down to the floor if you feel more comfortable with your eyes open, and just listen to your breath. And as you're breathing in, you can say to yourself, you could even walk. There's a walking meditation, there's a sitting meditation. But for now, let's just follow the sitting meditation guidelines. As you follow the breath from the beginning to the middle of that point of light, to the end of that thread of light, all the way to the end, like a violin, like a beautiful note that a violin is playing. Just breathe fully and deeply in and say to yourself, I've arrived. I'm here in the now. And on the out breath, allow that to be even longer. Don't push it or force the breath out through your mouth, but just release it gently, slowly, and fully. And you can say to yourself, as you're releasing all that tension, that stress, that anxiety, saying to yourself, I'm home. I've already arrived home. There's nowhere for me that doesn't feel like home. I'm home in my body. I've arrived. This planet is my home. This land is the pure, tranquil land, or the land of tranquil light. So breathing in again, gathering all your energy that you gave away in other places that you've stayed in or visited, from other people who might have drained or depleted your energy, that have taken parts of your energy, have lowered your frequency. So allow all of your precious life force energy, your chi, to come back with your breath. gathering yourself all the way back into your head, your heart, and your hara. Your hara in Japanese is your dantian, which is the center of your life force energy. It's your feelings and emotions. So go ahead and place your hands over your dantian now. Left hand resting comfortably, palms up. Right hand supporting your left hand, and your thumb tips are touching. And this is known as a Dhyana Mudra. And so your hands are resting comfortably on your lower abdomen, your feeling center, right? Kind of like your third brain, your gut, center of intuition also. But it's where we stuff and suppress all of those difficult feelings that we are unable to face. And your thumb tips are right above your belly button, your navel plexus. So just breathing into your soft, warm belly, your lower bodies and belly, really grounding into your feet and legs now. And when you breathe in again, feel your stomach expanding. Your belly is opening, soft and warm. Your mouth, your jaw, your lips, your tongue, your eyes, your nose, your ears, forehead, front and back of your head and neck, everything is softening and relaxing. All your muscles are loosening and unwinding. And say to yourself, I am now breathing in. I'm aware I'm breathing in. And on the out breath, I know, and I'm breathing out as you let go more and more, exhaling much longer than you inhale. And this is also toning your vagus system at the same time. Now let's try this again. Place one hand over your heart and the other hand over your abdomen, but now your upper abdomen, so your solar plexus. It's your power center, your will center. It's how you see yourself in the world, how you perceive the world around you. And as you take another breath in through your nose, your nostrils, just notice and witness that cool air rushing in, seeping in, that prana, chi, ki, and say to yourself, breathing in. And now letting go, really opening up the chest and lungs, and say, breathing out. Let's try this again. In, very simple. Out. Nothing is being forced. There's no set number of breaths or scripts to follow here. It's all natural, holistic. You're just following your own breath, and your breath is your anchor. Your breath is your lifeline. Your breath is your body's director. Your breath is your inner healer. And now go ahead and continue breathing as I call on your Reiki 3 diamonds to balance, to align them, to harmonize them. And now, as you're breathing in again, with the next inhalation, you can say to yourself, deep, I'm breathing deeply. And on the out breath, slow, I'm exhaling slowly, slowing my nervous system down, slowing my brain waves down, moving out of the beta busy brain to the alpha, to the theta, to the delta, and maybe even with practice, activating my gamma ray brain, my Buddha brain. And now in the next inhale, try this. Just imagine the word written across your forehead, calm. And on the out breath, the letting go breath, ease, So it's calm on the in-breath, pulling in the energies of calm, remembering what it feels like to remain calm, equanimous in the face of chaos. Just calm, settled, strong, sovereign, and releasing the energy of ease, sharing this, radiating the energy of ease through the pores of your physical skin and your etheric skin and the aura around you. Good. And you can even inhale as you're inhaling. What's true is that the brain can't recognize whether you're smiling because you're really happy and you're feeling joyful or you're not. So your neurons, your neurocircuitry, when you smile, will fire the endorphins of calm. So the happy hormones of oxytocin, dopamine, melatonin, and serotonin. So on the next in-breath, see if you can just smile a little bit. Everything right now is basically okay. You could say that to yourself in this moment, in this present here and now. I'm okay, I'm breathing, and that's a good thing. I'm alive. And on the out breath, just say the word release. And see that word moving all the way through your bodies from the top to the bottom of you, just releasing, flushing out all that's no longer needed, all the excess stress, the heaviness, the tension, releasing that now. And so go ahead and rub your hands together and notice how you've shifted already as your energies are all being cleansed, cleared, and purified from any toxic impurities that we've pulled in, that we've internalized, unaware, of course, unconscious, and allow that next mindful, conscious breath to come in and just breathing naturally. You could open your eyes now. I'll just show you this chart, which I'll also send to you as a gift. The hand positions are the forehead, so I'll just demonstrate that. Or, which those of you who have studied Reiki 1 with me will remember this position. The front, the prefrontal cortex, so the forehead, and then in back of the forehead, the back of your head, directly through the back, front to back. And now the heart, it could be like this. So the forehead is reconnecting you back to the state of heaven, reconnecting you with your guardian angels, source, your I am presence, all of the mystical, celestial, heavenly blessings, feeling that sense of guidance, higher insights, and divine protection. And the heart is about the earth. So again, let's come back to the heart. If you want, you could stay on the forehead and the heart at the same time to kind of like heart math does, right? To reconnect your head and your heart. And now do that for a moment. And now remove your hand from your forehead and place that hand over your heart and the second hand, your other hand, over your lower abdomen, which is your heart line just below your belly button. And this is a position that will, these three positions balance your three brains, your three diamonds, allowing you to make better choices, wiser decisions, more loving and compassionate interactions with others and with yourself. Really, it's your loving heart which is located in your lower abdomen. So it's the heart and lower abdomen now. And you can see that these are the Japanese main energy key centers. So the head, again, reestablishing your divine connection to beyond this earthly plane, to spirit, to heaven, to source. And you can also bring in a clear quartz, selenite, or amethyst crystal to meditate with. So you can create a crystal grid all around you, or if you're lying down, you can just place that clear quartz, selenite, a wand, or any form of selenite or amethyst on your forehead. And that'll really allow you to have greater insights and really to awaken and activate your ajna, so your third eye, spirit sight centers, or I call them your second sight. The second is the heart key, again, right in the center of your chest. If you're experiencing compromised immune system, you can also thump on that high heart, that master gland, which also helps to release a lot of stuck energy, feelings, and emotions that are trapped there. This is your emotional connection to your human experience. It's a point of balancing your body and your mind. And when we teach in Reiki that when you join your hands together in this namaste position, that it actually is helping you to embody a stronger connection between your body and your mind as one unit, as one light vehicle. So there's no cognitive dissonance or distorted thinking, distorted thoughts, confusion, right? So it's very important to always begin by placing your hands together in this mindful position. And this is going to balance, create more balance between your body and mind to really release any confusion, right? Any disorganization or disconnection that creates a lot of pain and suffering, doesn't it? So this is the rose quartz, malachite, and jade. So if you have any of those crystals, you can go ahead and grab them now. And if you don't, you'll receive this chart. So you can always bring this into your daily meditations. And meditating becomes super easy when you're attuned to the frequency of Reiki. And what it is just sitting. You can meditate walking. You can meditate dancing, exercising, anywhere that you are not subject to disturbing thoughts, right? So it's really just sitting for 10 minutes in the morning will help you with these Reiki meditations we're going to be doing in a few moments. But also the earth, the most important for empaths, for caregivers, for people who are responsible to care for others who cannot care for themselves, who have lost their voice, who cannot advocate for their own health needs, who can't take care of their bodies, who might be out of touch with reality. So it's really important for people like us, you know, to get up, to really operate with a full life force, right? With a full tank, not an empty tank. Very important to refuel every day our own energy. So earth key. So again, placing your hands on your dantian, your hara, your lower abdomen, and breathing in until your belly expands, just like babies breathe. And they don't breathe in a shallow way from their chest, where they can't seem to catch their breath. They breathe into their whole bodies, right? So go ahead and do that, because we're really, when you breathe into your earth key, that third diamond, you're breathing into, you're really reconnecting to the earth below you, but also deep down into that inner earth, that hollow subterranean inner earth fertile ground, right? Into the plant kingdom, the wisdom of the plant kingdom, the crystals, the minerals, all of the vitamins, the nutrients from the earth that sustain us. So that's tourmaline, obsidian, and hematite. And this is the energy that you're born with. So this is kind of recapturing your life force energy, the essence of who you are, your original energy, youth, and you know, really feeling like you're fully embodied again, that you're not outside of your body on your computer all day where you forget that you even have a body. So this is really your grounder. This is what will help to root your entire body systems to the earth, really help you to manifest greater abundance and prosperity, more clarity, greater insights, and more of a sense of connection and community. And tourmaline, obsidian, and hematite are those crystals that you would want to just place on your lower bodies. So rose quartz on your heart, tourmaline, your earth, your lower root chakras. And that's reconnecting you to earth key. So heaven key, heart key, and earth key. Good. Let's go to the next slide, Ronald. This is a longer explanation, but let's go ahead and try this out together. I'm just going to call in the Reiki masters, teachers, guides, guardians that overlight us, protect us, guide us, and help us to get to the root, the core, or the cause of suffering, the original traumas or karmas, samskaras that have caused us to suffer, even when we cannot. We invite them in right now, all of the loving, kind, compassionate light beings, spirits, helpers, deities, angels, guides, and ascended masters. We call them all in, the ones that carry the energy medicine of Reiki from heaven, from the earth, and also from the inner dimensions. So go ahead and place your hands over your forehead right now. See if you can really connect to that medicine from the seventh plane of heaven. What that would feel like, what would that look like? Calling in your favorite angels, archangels, archeas, Divine Mother. And now over your heart, go ahead and place both hands over your heart like you're hugging your heart. And just pulling in that essence, that tonic, that elixir of Reiki, loving, compassionate, nourishing nutriment. Trusting that whatever type or flavor or dosage of energy medicine you need will be revealed. And really allowing yourself to breathe with your breath, pull it into and let it heal and move, release any stuck energy all throughout your bodies, the front, back, left, right, the top, and the bottom. And just really giving yourself credit, taking yourself off the hook, relieving that unnecessary stress, struggle, and pressure that you are habitually addicted to, that create needless suffering. Reparenting your inner child and all the wounds that you still carry. And now moving into your lower abdomen, touching. You can even do it this way, rubbing your hands together, warming them up like heating pads, like soothing, calming heating pads. And breathing into that loving, that warm, soothing, calming light. And I'm just going to call in all the Reiki symbols right now. As you're breathing into all 3 diamond centers. And allow yourself to breathe into your head, the left and right side of your brain's hemispheres, your angel lobes in the front of your forehead. So breathing deeply, that golden light. And allow that golden light to radiate down to your heart space. Sending the distant healing symbol right now so you can practice distant healing on yourself and others anytime you like, to your relationships, to bad habits that hurt you. So these symbols can release the medicine of healing. Instead of hurting you, you're healing you. And sending that master symbol to remind you of your own light mastery. And bringing down, drawing down the rays from the suns and the moons, the planets, your home planet, your birth star, constellations, nebulas, and expanding out into your auric etheric skin surrounding you until your aura and your halo are glowing more brightly than before. Really turning on your powers, reassembling, recalibrating, reconnecting you, this sacred reunion, this divine union between you as a channel of heaven and earth. Moving into that heart space, really holding and hugging your heart, really activating your nervous system and seeing those 3 diamonds polished, clean, shimmering and shining more brightly than before. Breathing into the boundaries around your skin, strengthening them, feeling supported from the medicine Buddhas, the Bodhisattvas, your ancestors, the ascended masters below you. You can call in Maitreya, Shakyamuni, and now allowing Archangel Michael, Raphael, Metatron, Melchizedek, Mahatma, all of these cosmic energies and Buddhas to come in now. And imagine that all of your Reiki chakra doctors, the galactic, the cosmic physicians and hands of light are already working on you now, just really beaming these light rays, these waves, these streams of healing energy, divine healing energy upon you, through you, all the way to the root of your pain, cleansing it, unwinding and unraveling it, and releasing it from you. But now filling in your head, your heart, and your hara with only love, with 100% platinum light and Reiki love, with the aloha energy medicine of peace, of forgiveness, and of self-love and acceptance. So let's go to the next screen, Ronald, and you can practice this Reiki energy process on your own at home. Right now, let me know if you have any questions before we move on to the next process, and then I'll tell you what's coming up in our Reiki Level 2 program soon. So if you don't have any questions right now, that's okay. We can leave them to the end, till the end of the call. So, Joshin Kokyo Ho. This is the Japanese word to describe the energy process that you will be calling in on your own. You'll be learning how to really master the art of well-being for yourself every day. So you don't become reliant on outside sources, people, places, things, centers, institutions, organizations, right? To take your powers back. We know this is a timeline of self-reliancy, self-mastery, and self-care. So this is about focusing your mind, clearing your meridians, and building up your energy, your pranic energy in your hara. And this is about purifying your breath, letting go of anger and worry. So if you're ready to do this, let's begin. Sitting on a chair with your back straight, your feet planted on the ground beneath you, really feeling like the soles of your feet are really firmly digging in to that 5D crystalline green grid, that 5D crystalline grid below you, and all the greenery of that green, abundant life force energy. Before prescription drugs were created, our ancestors lived off the land, right? They ate, they drank, they were resourced with exactly the plants, the herbs, the fruits, the vegetables, the minerals that each and every one of our ancestors needed, not only to survive, but to thrive. And we can do that too with our thoughts, our will, and our intention. So you could also sit cross-legged on the ground or in seiza position, which is like kneeling on the ground with your legs folded underneath your thighs while your buttocks rests comfortably on your heels. Whichever is most comfortable for you. Go ahead and place your hands in what we call, most of us know that this is called namaste, but in Reiki, it's called gasho, and also in Buddhism. So place your hands in gasho, and this is automatically really aligning your head with your heart, your mind with your body. Setting an intention to perform Joshin Kokyo-ho. And now placing your hands on your thighs with your palms always upward in receiving mode. Inhale and feel that energy coming in through your nose again. And moving all, just easing, radiating all the way down to your hara, your lower abdomen. And feel your lower abdomen filling up with the source of life, with this universal light. Feel yourself coming back to life, and pause for a moment and just feel that shift, filling up your entire body, expanding your breath, elongating the inhalation and the exhalation even longer. And expand the energy out of the body, out of your bodies, through every pore, every opening, every fiber, every chakra, nadi, meridian, and feel it just really spilling out into your surroundings, into your home or office space. Sharing this gift of Reiki with all beings that are near you, and even those that are not, with distant, absentee Reiki remote healing. And then just repeat these steps as often as you wish, and close with the gasho mudra to give thanks in advance, to know and trust that whatever you just asked for is already on the way, that it's all being divinely set up, all the details you can let go, give all your worries, your fears, anxieties to the heart of Reiki. And you can see a diagram here. And I'll also be sending you this image, which I teach in Reiki Level 1 and Reiki Level 2. actually in all the levels of Reiki. So you can see the first position, how the air is circulating and moving down the center, right? Your column of light, center of your spine, front and back, your sushuma, inga, pingala, left and right, really centering, expanding, opening, but also grounding you back into your body. And then third diagram, Ronald, we can scroll down. You can have a look at that third diagram now, Ronald. Thank you. Now, some people may feel dizzy when you're first starting this practice. It's best to start with a few minutes. So we won't go any further with this exercise right now, and build your calming muscles. Strengthen them over time, just like you would go to a gym, right? And you want to gradually start working out and strengthening your muscles. We're doing the same, we're applying the same principle to your calming muscles. Let's scroll down. And we can see this is another Japanese traditional original teaching. And as we discussed before, the founder of Reiki, Usui Mikao, Usui Sensei. Sensei means teacher as well. Excuse me. We know that meditation, contemplation, self-reflection was such a big part of this practice. Really becoming aware of our thoughts and how we create unnecessary pain, stress, and suffering with our thought, with distorted thinking. So Seishan means pure mind or spirit. Chotsu means gathering together, focusing on the here and now. And when we practice this Seishin Chotsu meditation, we're all aligning our breath and our mind, our spirit and our body. It's all inclusive. No part of us is ever left out or unaddressed or undigested, unprocessed. Everything is moving and working in perfect harmony with each other. So body, heart, hara, mind, spirit, and breath. And this is practiced as one step of a more extended meditation called Hatsure Ho, which you'll learn in Reiki 2, which we covered a little bit in Reiki Level 1. And this is a really great tool to, if you're having challenges creating, if there's a creative block, if you're a creative soul, like a writer, a teacher, an artist, musician, and you're experiencing, even at your job, maybe brain fog or kind of like a haziness or a fuzziness, like a cloud of energy that doesn't allow you to think clearly. You know, maybe it's making you feel a little forgetful at times, which can also feel scary. And that's just because of all that pent up, built up, accumulated stress and tension that you're still holding on to, that's imprinted in your cells, organs, muscles, and the rest of your bodies. So go ahead and place your hands in Gasha once again, reconnecting your mind and your body, your head and your heart, your head, heart, and your hara, and just focus your breath on your lower bodies, your stomach, lower bellies, your digestive system, which also has a brain and a nervous system, has thousands of neurons. So if there's trouble with your GI tract or your digestive system, there's a lot more neurons in your stomach than in your brain. So it starts here and it moves up to your brain. The signals move upwards instead of the other way around. I mean, it is a two-way street, but it's more in your belly. So I really want you to feel that you're diving deep into your lower belly right now. Drawing this energy into your hands. First, just gathering up all that white light, taking a light bath in the sun, the Milky Way, the solar system, the sun, the moon, just the natural elements. And invite in the nature spirits, the trees, the plants, all of this wisdom, the crystals. And feel all of this energy, not only moving into your hands when you rub them together, feel that tingling sensation. Feel it now moving up from your hands, up your arms, and then down through the rest of your body, just emptying out any dense, heavy, burdened energies. And allow it to just pour all the way down into your hara. And let it stream all the way down the front and back of your bodies to your 3 lower chakras, your 4 lower bodies, into your legs and feet. And on the exhale, visualize this energy now moving upwards from underground, from the rich, fertile inner earth star, the inner earth chakras, from your record libraries, from all of that intelligence, with all of the nutrients that are feeding you and supporting you. And allow all this energy to move up from your hara and pulling it back up with your breath through your body, through your arms, and then just allowing it to gently and slowly move out through your hands, imagining, envisioning yourself as an old oak tree or a sequoia tree that's thousands of years old and millions of feet high in the sky. And imagine that your arms have become branches, buds, flowers. You're connected to the sun to nourish you, nurture you, help you grow, but you're so connected to the grids on the earth and with your own internal light grid, with each other's light grids, that your center of light is opening and able to communicate with your own body's wisdom. And now just repeat those steps as often as you wish, closing with a gasho to give thanks. So go ahead and chat in how this was. Beautiful. And Ronald, is there anyone on Facebook Live or YouTube that might have any questions or anything that they wanted to share? Please let me know in the chat box. So thank you. Well, let's move on to the next exercise. Before we talk about Reiki 2, oh, okay. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna play a song. And what this is more than a song, it's a vibrational sound healing, or we call it a mantra. And this is going to unpollute the mind, to purify your mind, and also reconnect you to all the elements. And this is called Ramadasa Sase Soham. And this will play for about 2 minutes. And while it's playing, I'll be sending you Reiki in the background. Okay, so all of the symbols and the attunements. So you'll receive, trusting and knowing you'll receive everything that you need, all the energy healing medicine that was missing before. So we'll play this and then we'll send a distant healing visualization to everyone on the planet, to all suffering beings, to the earth, to every dimension, to your loved ones. So please chat in who you would like the distant healing process to be sent to include everyone in this circle of light. So I'll meet you back in about 2 minutes. We will move through a quick distant healing meditation. And the reason we're doing that is to get you attuned, adjusted, and to help you adapt to knowing and trusting that you can confidently, as a Reiki 2 practitioner, use all three symbols, send distant healing transmissions to people that you can't meet in person. Okay, and that's the beauty and the mystery of Reiki level 2. So we'll get used to you feeling that you're fully equipped and empowered, that you can send distant healing remotely at a distance to your inner child, to a past life, to any situation that is not really working well for you, that may be sabotaging you or hurting you or limiting your gifts in some way. So we'll do that in about a moment. So enjoy the music, enjoy the mantra, and I'll be sending you the mantra as well. Thank you.
Ra
So Ramadasa, connecting you with the sun, the moon, the earth, infinity, the totality of infinity, Sase, and Sohong, I am thou. So each vowel sound connects you with a different element. So I just want to check in with everyone to see how you're feeling. Also, I had a very interesting question from one of my Reiki 1 students about the attunement process. How is this possible to do on Zoom? Isn't this supposed to be a kind of power, which we all have actually? So it's not, I'll tell you what it is and what it's not in a moment, or kind of gift. It is a gift from the teacher through the teacher, and it is possible because there is no time, space, or physical separation, which you'll learn in Reiki level 2. And this is why you'll learn that distant healing symbol, which when attuned to the consciousness, the meaning, the energy, the character of this symbol, you will be able to attune people in Reiki level 3 using this distant healing symbol, whether they're in front of you or whether they're on another planet. And so this is about intention. Everything is intention. So it is a great question. It's not a bad question at all. So as I mentioned, since there's no division, that's just a delusion or an illusion. There's no time, space, separation. There is only oneness. So all is possible. It's a question of offering this gift, this blessing, by using by channeling this distant healing symbol. That's why Reiki level 2 will make that possible. Also, the way that Reiki, traditional Japanese Reiki is thought about is that this is not so much an attunement that even depends on anything outside of us. It's really a heart-based intention that comes from the master teacher to the student who is the receiver. But actually, if we want to go into the deeper spiritual meaning, there is really no separation even between the giver. There is technically no giver or receiver. There's just oneness. There's just energy. So if it's given purely, in a very loving way and a very masterful way, it's not about technique, like we're taught in Western Reiki, where they really overly depend on the techniques. It's really about your intention. So all Reiki masters, especially more than ever, since the pandemic, have been able to reach and attune more people to the essence of Reiki, to the energy medicine of Reiki, online, on Zoom. Everything is possible. And Reiki can also, an attunement, an initiation, or just a Reiki session, a distant remote Reiki session can also be sent through the eyes, through the gaze, through the hands, and it doesn't ever actually touch the physical skin of the receiver of the Reiju initiation. So in person, if we were, let's say we lived in the same city and you wanted to come to me for an in-person attunement, which is also possible. Basically, my hands, where I'd be drawing the symbols over you, wouldn't actually be touching your skin. There is a part of the attunement where I would be touching the shoulders, but everything is energy. So we want to use the powers of our imagination to feel that connection. And of course, I'm not saying that there's one that's better or preferable than the other, but it is possible, and it has been done by many, many Reiki masters from all different traditions, especially when we don't have another choice. right? Especially with the pandemic and COVID. This was really our only choice. And it is possible and it does work. So it is about intention, believing and trusting in this process. That energy medicine, life force energy is limitless, and there are no barriers or walls or separation really. So I hope that that explanation helped you. Let's go to the next, the distant healing, and then we'll talk a little bit about what's coming up on October 22nd for Reiki 2. So Ronald, can you go to the next screen? I invite you all to just kind of relax your back, your spine, your mind, really free yourself from that, like basically your thought process. Closing your eyes, and let's scroll down. So when you're attuned, as I was saying, to the Reiki 2 symbols, earth, heaven, heart connection, you're connecting your heart to your client's heart, and you can begin the process of sending absentee Reiki energy at a distance when you can't be with a loved one or a client or a good friend in person, right? You can't have a Reiki session in person. Many people don't even meet this way online. Many Reiki masters actually offer Reiki or other forms of energy healing modalities from different traditions at a distance. There's no email contact. There's no, sort of Zoom interaction with a webcam. For me, this works a lot better. Of course, all types of distant healing sessions work well. So having some type of personal contact is my preference, where I could see the person's energy field, scan the field and see where there might be a chakra, an energy center that's out of balance, or there might be a deeply rooted cause of illness in the physical bodies. So this meditation is a great guided practice to call upon where you can use your natural healing hands once you've become attuned to Reiki level 2 and your intuitive gifts, which are all born with. And this is about envisioning the highest healing outcome. So you can hold that space, that infinite space of compassion for all beings. And you can send Reiki energy with or without this absentee Reiki symbol. So even now, you're not attuned to the symbol yet, the distant healing symbol. It still can be very, very strong with your will, with your healing powers, your psychic gifts, and the strength of your heart's intention. Everything is about intention. So, but when attuned to it, it becomes even stronger and greater and allows you to practice the art of Reiki with greater confidence. So I'm going to guide you again. I invite you to just rock a little bit in your chair, forward and back. And this also calms and slows down the brain waves, soothes the nervous system, resets your vagus system, your enteric digestive system too. And find a comfortable spot in your lower bodies. Really sink into the bottom of your chair. Really melt into the bottom of your chair and really allow yourself with your breath to just settle in and really heal and recover from whatever stress, struggle, illness, or trauma that you've been experiencing. And what you can do is call in the name of a person, a loved one, someone that you're deeply connected to in a loving way, or even someone that you'd like to heal and improve the quality of your relationship with, someone you're struggling with, someone that maybe has left you, or that you've been not getting along with. So write down the name. It could be a loved one that is now on the other side. Write down their name, and you can light a candle if you have one right now. And just when you're listening to this replay, you can follow these steps. Place it on a healing altar. Call in your Reiki angels or your favorite angel, whether that is an seraphim, Elohim, a six-winged angel, whether it's Divine Mother, Mother Mary, Archangel Gabriel, Uriel, Michael, Uriel. Just allow all of these angels to gather around you, to hold that space for you, to assist you. And right now, I'd like to just call in the Reiki doctors of light, the Reiki physicians, and also the founder, Yusui Mikao Sensei. And we call upon all of the Reiki master living and non-living beings who are attuned, who are teachers of Reiki, who are Reiki mentors and guides in this world or in other dimensions. And we call on all of these energy medicine guides, healing practitioners to come in and help us to connect with our higher self, our I am presence, and see all of these beings that you care for, that you have cared for, and maybe still are responsible for their healing journey. See them happy, smiling, and no longer suffering. We're sending the energy of distant Reiki Chi, this amazing, miraculous medicine, to all sentient beings, to your pets, to your loved ones, your friends, lovers, partners. Simply intend that this Reiki healing energy is flowing, is expanding, breathing in deeply and breathing out slowly, trusting and following this line of energy to find the light of their bodies, to help your light connect with their light, to link your heart with their heart. And just breathing in that sense of calm, breathing out that sense of ease, and really connecting to their light, to their soul. And see, calling in the masters of Reiki to heal their mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and auric bodies, their energy fields, their etheric skin, and to free and relieve this person, these people, this group, this family member, this relative, this ancestor, to free them from the delusion of suffering, and envisioning that gift of Reiki with maybe a heart or whatever type of symbol or color that makes you feel well, your soul signature color, or maybe Metatron's cube, or whatever type of sacred geometry, color, light, maybe music that feels healing for you. And you can imagine rubbing your hands together that you already have Reiki healing hands, and your Reiki healing eyes are softly gazing upon an image, a form, a shape of this being, of this person that you love and deeply care for. Imagine that they are healing, that they're feeling better, they're recovering faster. And just imagine that they're right in the palm of your hands. Their head is maybe on the left, their feet are on the right, and you're just kind of brushing off the dust, the debris, just kind of running lines of Reiki light energy from the top to the bottom of them, kind of smoothing, combing their meridians with a golden comb. And maybe just begin to circle, draw circles of light, encasing them in Reiki light energy, in orbs and spheres of light, bubbles of light that protect them. So no outside forces can affect them. So you're actually sealing this being in light, circles and spheres of light. And again, you're brushing down their energy lines and meridians from the top of above their heads to the bottom of their feet. And this is just a little sampling of what the process looks and feels like. Now, if you have any type of plushie, I have like a Reiki teddy bear that I could grab, but if you have that kind of thing, imagine, or maybe a photograph of them, that's even better. You could pull out that photograph of them, or imagine that this statue or object or plushie teddy bear is this person, and just holding them tenderly, and just actually imagine that you're touching all of their chakras, each one, with your Reiki hands, and it's just your hands are radiating and beaming with light, touching the top of their crown, forehead, throat, heart, stomach, hara, dantian, and just running these lines of energies that soothe them. And see if you can imagine that you're almost like scanning them with your hands, seeing if you could detect what caused the suffering in their being, this illness, this dis-ease or imbalance, and just run your hands over the receiver of this distant healing Reiki process, and notice if you receive an insight or guidance or a picture or a word or a knowing. This is opening and activating your clairs, your telepathic centers. Maybe you can close your eyes now and see their energy lines. And just know that you have the ability to give them Reiki, to send them distant Reiki wherever they are. So it's just kind of grounding them, supporting them at a distance. And then after you finish this process, you can call them or email them, and you could set up a time when you're available and they're available, and ask them to prepare their room, to relax, to dim the lights, to light a candle and so forth, to light their favorite incense, and just be open to receiving this Reiki distant healing energy, this energy healing session. And many other traditions use this, not just Reiki. Shamans use this when working at a distance with people, with situations. And you can even write down a habit, an addiction, an illness that you're suffering with yourself, right? Write down your name, your birth name, and write down the age when it started. And you can even write down the names of your parents or ancestors, and just hold that piece of paper between your hands, right? Or place it under your pillow or under your candle on your healing altar, right? And just send Reiki to them, light a candle for 24 hours. Envision them recovering, seeing them happy, and knowing and trusting that miracles can happen and that anything is possible with our intention, with our thoughts, with our visions. See them happy, recovering, leaving the hospital, getting better, recovering faster miraculously with no particular physical explanation, but really reconnecting them to source and to the heart of Reiki. So good. So I hope that that was valuable, helpful for you. So Ronald, let's go right now to the actual reason, one of the main reasons why I wanted to meet with you, to kind of introduce you and invite you to the possibilities of healing yourself and others with Reiki. So we're going to go right now to that sales page at the beginning that we looked at before. So it does feel like you are actually already there, that you're ready to continue your Reiki journey, to move from Reiki level 1, where the focus was all about you, to really developing, enhancing your skills, your gifts, your intuitive healing abilities, to be of greater service to all beings, to empower every one of us to know that we actually already have what it takes to heal ourselves, that our natural body's healing response can be awakened and activated with Reiki. So becoming a certified, competent, and confident Reiki practitioner, practicing the original inner teachings that have existed for hundreds, if not thousands of years, and really offering just another alternative healing tradition, a natural healing system, healing method that complements Western healthcare treatments. They're not a substitute, but they do work in tandem, hand in hand. They do work together beautifully. And what they're used in hospitals and medical facilities to promote stress reduction, deep relaxation, and like we mentioned, even help patients recover from stressful symptoms, from pain that even will require less medication and greater rehabilitation. So this is pre-surgery, during surgery, and post-surgery. And as a medical Reiki master, I'm also licensed to work alongside of surgeons and doctors while in hospitals, in medical facilities, which is also a gift to just help people to prepare for a difficult operation or surgery that might involve prolonged recovery, to really help people to recover faster, to check out of these medical facilities faster as well. And really to reduce the stress levels, the cortisol levels, when somebody needs to have medical surgery. So with Reiki 2, it's all about being open, receiving, and co-creating as a spiritual partner with universal life force, intelligent energy. Reiki is intelligent light force energy. Attuning, so in Accelerated Light Reiki 2, let's talk about that. This training program will certify you to embody the frequency of cosmic light, cosmic chi, empower your connection to all of the natural elements, your higher self, your spirit guides, your I am presence, and gives you the tools, the techniques, and the processes to launch a Reiki energy healing practice online, in person, at a doctor's office, or a healing center or venue or facility, and to offer in-person or remote distant healing sessions. When you can't geographically offer a Reiki session in person. And Reiki level 2 also develops your ability to really tune in, to scan others' energy fields, to treat illness or diseased energy lines, energy imbalances with the palms of your hands. In this training program, you'll also be practicing in depth how to clear your own channels, how to strengthen your psychic connections, and how to perform the art of Kenyoku Ho, which is dry bathing, spiritual hygiene when you're around difficult people that drain your energy, how to maintain a strong, clear, energetic field, and also to perform in kaku or in keiku, chiryo ho, distance healing, when Reiki sessions in person are not possible. Spiritual hygiene is overlooked even by many healing practitioners. So it's very important to practice spiritual hygiene, really to cleanse and clean yourself, to dry bathe, to really strengthen your field and improve your skills that you learned in Reiki Level 1. So it's also about chanting the Japanese vibrational vowel sounds, which I never learned in Western Reiki in 2007. I never knew that these Japanese chants for the 3 Reiki symbols that we learned, the Jumans in Reiki Level 2, were even available as a form of spiritual practice and meditation. You can even learn the Japanese vowel sounds for the 5 Reiki precepts that we follow, like do not worry, do not fear. I will practice my work diligently, honestly, and all of those 5 Reiki principles. Learning the 3 Reiki symbols, drawing them over yourself with a client online, in person, or at a distance. So you'll be really practicing how to step into each of these symbols to more deeply connect to your healing gifts and the powers of the earth, heaven, and the cosmic heart of Reiki, that universal life force energy, right? So helping you to deepen your spiritual meditation practice, how to offer treatments through your eyes, through your breath, through your hands, through the symbols and the mantras. But most importantly, how to really take your gifts to the next level and how to create your own professional Reiki practice as a certified and qualified Reiki practitioner. How to make your services available where people are stressed, where people are hurting, where people are sick or suffering. So the 5 classes are each 3 hours long. We'll be meeting in the Zoom Reiki Rebirthing Room once a week for 3 hours. All of the sessions are recorded, so you'll be able to receive the replays with 15 hours of instruction time, with one-on-one mentoring in between each session. So unlimited email access. An opportunity for 15 hours over the span of 5 weeks, you'll be able to practice with me, where I can offer feedback and support as you're learning and practicing how to use, how to draw, how to speak, how to chant the symbols, but also how to really embody the spirit, the consciousness, and the energy frequency of each symbol. You'll receive 5 downloadable videos, audio, class replays, the 3 Reiki Level 2 Reiju attunements, a 50-page printable Reiki Level 2 digital class manual that you could read and review and really learn all about the background of Reiki Level 2, how you could actually use all of these skills, right, to combine accelerated light healing and this ancient yet relevant traditional Reiki symbols and mantras and ways that you can touch the hearts of all beings with Reiki, but even faster with accelerated light healing. So you can be that agent of transformation, right? So you can become that way shower, that heart awakener. And of course, at the end of all 5 classes, you will receive that Okuden level 2 Reiki certification and become a practitioner. Take this certification. I'll be teaching you how to launch a spiritual business, how to print up intake forms when you start getting clients, how to set a price, or how to work by donation, or just how to offer Reiki as something that you do on the side in addition to your 9-to-5 job. But how to kind of transition out of a job that that you've outgrown, that doesn't serve or support you, to really practice sharing your gifts and being of service in a really heart-centered, compassionate way. Whether it's in your own neighborhood, community, how to offer these, Reiki meditations to people who are really stressed or impoverished or suffering. So all of these things will be included in the Reiki Level 2 training program. And so the dates are going to be held on Fridays, which is the day that I teach every week. So Fridays, October 22nd, that's when we launch. I know many of you asked if we could start and launch a Reiki Level 2 training program on October 22nd. So I wanted to share that I've been able to work that into my schedule. So 22nd, 29th, November 5th, 12th, and 19th. So you'll receive your Reiki certification for Level 2 right before Thanksgiving. Because I know many of you are traveling home to your families. So you'll be all set and you'll receive everything you need to really help yourself. But really, this is about being of service to others, to the world. So there's a one-time one-time payment for all 5 sessions, which is $399. And you'll also be able to choose that 2 payment option as well. Join all 5 sessions. To make it a little bit easier, you can make 2 payments of $199. So all you have to do, if you're ready now and your heart and your soul and your mind says, yes, I'm really ready to take the next step in my own spiritual evolution and my own journey, really enhance and expand my gifts, strengthen my healing gifts, my abilities to really make a difference and create a global positive impact on the world. And we all need you here. We all need what's unique and special about your healing gifts and abilities. We need you to really step up and make a difference in the outcome of what happens next in this timeline. So if you're ready to sign up, you can go ahead and click on any of these buttons. You'll be receiving the replay, and go ahead and ask your higher self, your I am presence, your soul gifts. Are you ready? Is now the time to really make a difference in the world, to really heal the minds and hearts of all suffering beings? And if the answer is yes, then go ahead and meet me there in the Zoom room on October 22nd. And there, if you have any questions and you're sort of on the fence and you're not quite sure if this is the right program for you, that's fine too. But please send me an email and let me know your concerns, what's happening in your heart. But if it feels right, and there's there's no conflict and you just know that you're ready to do this, right? Then I would be happy and honored to meet you there for Reiki Level 2. So again, if you have any questions, just send me an email. It's vanzanalighthealing@gmail.com. Again, you'll be receiving the replay. If you're subscribed to my newsletters, if you're not, it's vanzanalighthealing.com. That's my website. So just visit vanzanalighthealing.com/Reiki-program-level-2. And I hope that this was a really helpful, useful, and beneficial. I hope this Reiki Level 2 intro, this orientation session helped you in many ways. So please, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know if you have any feedback for me or questions at all about the next steps on your spiritual healing journey. Right, beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Ronald, for sharing the screen. And I look forward to seeing you soon. And have a beautiful day. And see you soon on the other side. Bye-bye for now, and namaste.